here, all today we have decided to come and have our chief inducted in the office. First, we were able to have their names, call them in, gave them a letter, or call them, gave them letter. So we were given letters, and then from there we had an orientation. The orientation meant to also give them some basic training, teaching on what is the do and don'ts of the chief, most especially the primary chief, the clan chief, and the called them the town chiefs. So then we gave that orientation, and they were able to be given a letter, and from there we had them inducted into office. Now we can say Margibi has chiefs here now. And the chiefs are here based on the acts of 2018. They are acting permanent chiefs, acting clan chief, acting chiefs. Everyone are acting until the election is over.
So, Minister, when you spoke in there, I didn't hear you say something about general town chief and in the order of ranking for local chiefs from up down that I know. It should be town chief, general town chief, and clan chief, but people kept saying town chief to general town chief. So where are we with the general town chief?
I tell you, the general town chiefs can be called the sub chiefs. We're using the word sub chiefs. Those are the general town chiefs. Okay. You have the clan chief, then you have the primary chief. Those are three group of people that we came to. I have them inducted in the office.
How many persons you gave letter to and inducted?
I gave letter to pretty close 100 persons plus.
How soon do we expect an official elections?
An official election depends on the acts. The act is there, the act of 2018. It says when there is a sufficient provision that can authorize that. That is Act chapter page 15, page 15 in Article 15.21.
Honourable Minister, some of those persons have been working for several years. Today, appointing them officially, what does that signify?
It signifies that they are doing well. Many of them were being brought back on board. It signifies that they are doing well. They are working for their people. And we now think that we should recognize them as chiefs.
Are they legitimate?
They are legitimate. The fact that they achieve an official communication for the national office.
One of the issues they often talk about is the issue of pay, salary being placed on government pay.
I do agree with them. We are working on that now since they are getting communication from us, letter from us. That signifies that they should be deployed, they should be paid, so they will be paid.
During the orientation, one of the things that you emphasized in there was the issue of finding people. Saying find them, take money, but then you told them that it shouldn't be. And it's not supposed to be according to the law. And this is thing that have been practiced by a lot of them. What is it that you guys are putting in place on the Ministry of Internal Affairs as monitoring that will avoid them from doing it further?
We have the report. If that is done, of course, you know there will be penalty for that. And I believe our chiefs will not do that.
Okay. Do you have a timeline for disappointment?
Timeline for the penalty?
How long are they going to work in that?
They will need to be there according to the act until when there is an election. When the absence of an election, they still need to be our chiefs. And they are acting chiefs.
What do you expect of those persons?
I expect them to perform well. I expect them to do those things that they're going to do that will qualify them as chiefs, and not the one that they will do that won't qualify them as chief. A chief must work with your letter of employment in your heart or in your body. I mean, all the time you think about it, you should have a knowledge that this is what I'm supposed to do as a chief. This is what I'm supposed to do in my work.
For the benefit of the audience, you want to talk about some of the do's and don'ts of it?
The benefit is we have emphasized they need to make peace, they need to work with peace, provide peace, they need to do development, they need for development in that area. Nobody can be a chief or you can be a secretary without development in your place. The people don't like you. So make sure that you have development there. Make sure to collaborate with other people that will come to be with you, come to do some work in your area. So that is also needed for a good chief. Make sure you make some reports.
Are there set criteria for these appointments, selection?
Yeah, there's criteria in the hall, in the hall. I mean, mention about what I did. When you talk about criteria, it depends on the qualification of your people. If your people are satisfied with you, you can be their chief. If they are not satisfied, of course not.
According to you, you said the Act of 2018 said there should be sufficient funding for election. Who determines the sufficiency of the funds?
The government of Liberia. We must since 1985 up to present there have not been any election of chiefs. It is us who have come to fight because of the ask the people from the different communities to come up with their own people. And they recommend their people. We are not the one because we are not in the communities. And there are people that we are taking to be our chiefs. They recommend it.
Finally, what different this government trying to bring to the Liberian people?
Except that I'm not a politician. That question is a political. But if actually what government is doing, this government is making sure that it can meet the satisfaction of the people of Liberia. This government is making sure they do to develop our country.